Excuse me, Mr. Ross. Someone named Rob is here to co-host Survivor Talk with you?
Seriously? He came? I did not think he would do it. By all means, please send him in.
Hey, Dalton. I heard you were looking for somebody to co-host the Survivor Talk with you, so I'm here.
Oh, hey, you. It's Rob Cesternino is here to co-host.
I'm just gonna jump right in. It's really great to be here. Really great.
Yes, it's
fun.
so great. The greatest.
Is everything okay? You seem a little...
What? Yes, absolutely amazing. Why do you ask?
You just seem like you were expecting a different
What?
Rob.
Another Rob? Is there another Rob? I mean, Rob with 2 B's from Thailand? Rob DeCanio, the general? No, you're a crazy
So you didn't
person.
think Boston Rob was coming?
No, of course I wanted the guy who was voted out first. Would you mind doing one thing, though?
Sure, anything.
I was just wondering if you'd mind wearing this.
I'm not going to wear that
Tell you what,
Red Sox hat.
Gonna put it there just in case you change your mind.
Not gonna change my mind.
Just in case.
You know what, thanks so much. It's so good to see you. I really, I'm gonna just get out of here.
You do know the rules of Survivor Talk. If you want to sit out co-hosting for the week, everyone has to agree to it. All right, so is there anyone that does not agree to Rob sitting out co-hosting Survivor Talk for the week? Sorry, man. My hands are tied.
Fine, let's do it.
Would you like to wear the hat?
No.
All right, Shirin. So we saw it all go down last night. I want to start with the big parallel that Jeff Probst was talking about, comparing your situation with Will to sort of Abby's situation here.
Yeah.
How big a parallel is there to be made?
None at all. I mean, I guess there's a parallel in that she had emotions and she cried, and I had emotions and I cried.
What'd you think about it, Rob?
Do you feel like you should have handled anything different from that scenario based on what you ultimately went through?
On strategic grounds.
On strategic grounds, I should have comforted her. On like human grounds, she was just being Abby, and like my gas tank was empty.
We spoke about this a little bit on the radio, but I don't know if Rob even knows this yet. But there was a big moment at Tribal Council that they didn't show right before you got your torch snuffed. What happened?
Right after Jeff read the last vote, I grabbed my torch, and then I turned around and looked at the whole tribe, and I said, Terry has the idol, by the way, guys. And then everyone starts like freaking out. I keep sort of walking up to Jeff. And then Varner's like, what do you mean? Tell us, how do you know? And so I start making up stories. I'm like, I saw him, you know, I saw him digging and burying it. That's how I caught him. And then I thought Probst at this point was going to yell at me, because as you probably know, he gets pretty strict. And I'd turn around and look at Probst. He has this big grin on his face. And he's just like,
Yeah.
anything else? And so then I got to turn around and then just kind of keep going. And I was like, woo, like I clearly overestimated you. Everything I said was genuine.
Pre-snuff, this is?
Pre-snuff.
This is pre-snuff.
Yeah.
This is pre-snuff.
And I was doing it to sort of open a door for Spencer and Kelly to stay in there.
Were you surprised that Kelly and PG so quickly, instead of trying to lobby to save you, were so quick to turn their backs?
Like what actually happened was Varner really, really wanted to get out Spencer. And then everybody else wanted to get out Abby. And I thought, well, this is a raw deal. Varner has just totally flipped on us. So I actually went to the other side to Terry and those guys and said, hey, Varner flipped on you. He's now flipping on us. Why don't we all just vote him out of the Rob Cesternino playbook?
Why not?
And they were just too tight with Varner. And so they went and ratted me out. And at that point, Varner said, she's coming for me. We got to get Shirin instead. And so I dug my own grave that way. You know, we knew that Varner was running the show and that there was nothing we could do about it.
Varner would drive you crazy trying to play with him, but as a viewer, he's gold. I mean, he's absolute gold.
And this is the other crazy thing. What is it with old school people having it in their minds that there's this like, we're old school, you're new school. You know, like Jenna from your season, like she's been doing AMAs and stuff recently, and she is so all about anti-new school. And that's this attitude that Terry and Varner and all of them came in with. We don't think that way.
I think that there is a reverence for the newer players have for the old school players, and I think that there's the older players say, oh, I'm going to teach these kids a lesson.
Yes!
I'm going to show them that I am the OG, and I need to get one up on them.
Yeah. Which is crazy, because the way that they're getting a one up on us is through like hardcore pregame alliances. And it's like, That's not playing the
As
game.
old school as it gets.
Well, in the past, we've seen with Jervis and with Scoopin, it works to getting to the end, but when you get to the end, maybe you don't have the gameplay to get any votes. We'll see what happens. Shirin, sorry to see you go. Thanks for coming in.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I thought it was gonna be the Rob who doesn't suck.
I know, right? So,